Celebrity Show, Famous, Face and Empress Bam. Bless up and big up. Welcome and greetings tonight. Welcome to the Caribbean Celebrity Show.
Greetings.
Good evening, and we give thanks for you having us. We do appreciate that. Bim bam for that.
Love in the house. Well, I'd like to introduce myself. They call me Cash Flow, also known as Sam, and this is my co-host, Mr. X, Exodus, the chapter.
Exodus, aka Mr. X, the chapter. Yeah, man. And after that, you say you're wicked.
No respect.
So the flow, introduce yourself to. Sorry, you're saying?
No, I said the flow on the X. The flow on the X.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that is an equation there. That's a very scientific equation. That's a very mathematical equation you have there. Things have to flow, and X is a value that is infinite. You understand?
Yeah.
So that is a big vibe.
That is it.
So if we could have you introduce yourself, let us know a little bit about your name and where you're from originally.
Well, what you want, the government name or the artist name?
Well, you could give us both. And tell us how the artist name came about as well.
Well, the government name is Bevan. So like Devon, but it's spelled with a B.
B, okay.
So that's Bevan Bartley. That's the government name. And the artist name is Famous Face. Now,
wow.
Face, Famous Face. So where the face come from? Many moons, maybe 1989, I think. Back in Antigua, I was in Antigua then, working in my brethren pizza. We had a pizza restaurant, and the oven blew up on me, unfortunately.
Wow.
And it took the skin off, the black skin off my face and everything.
Oh wow.
So them days I used to be just performing dancehall music.
Okay.
So one time now I while my face was still all scarred up and everything, I jumped on the stage to do a performance. And the people they were saying, look, we want bun up. They were chanting, we want bun up. And then the lead singer for you guys must have, you must remember Vision Band, that band from Antigua.
Yeah.
The late great Eddie Mello. Yeah. So Eddie Mello took the mic from me as I jump on the stage, and he says, look, don't disrespect this young artist here. Don't call him no bun. From now, his name is the original Scarface. So as my face healed and got better and everything, I dropped the scar because there's no more scar there anyway.
Right.
And it was just face. You know what I mean? So it was just face.
All right. Okay.
And I'm also a DJ. I'm also a DJ. So it was a DJ face. But then after I start to make more songs and start to take the music more serious and everything, I said, you know what? I'm going to jump ahead of the game, and I'm going to put Famous on Face. So by the time I become famous, then it's already everything that's aligned. You get me? So
I love that.
Yes,
I love that. Wow, what an interesting beginning and an interesting, journey in your music career. So, on the program, we like to just be free up in terms of the questions, and we had to promote you and promote your music and everything. But folks, if you have any questions for him as well in the chat room, feel free to let us know. Mr. X, already, I like you to ask your questions as well. So feel free at any time, to.
Yeah, man. And also, the next gentlewoman that's on the side, she just want to introduce herself and let the people know who she is, and
That's right.
Yeah.
Yes. My government name is Jervier, but people say J for short because I think people have difficulties pronouncing my name. Empress Bam. I think Famous Face gave me that name. So my nickname is Bam Bam. And then he just said, I don't want to be called Bam Bam. So he
Bam.
Yeah.
So he gave me the name Empress Bam.
Empress Bam.
Yes.
Love it, man. Love it. Well, definitely the name is a good name. I think there's some good thought behind the name. It's important when you have a name in music, and it's a name that will carry on, even after the career. So it's good to have a name that you feel comfortable with, and people could, it's both of your names are unique, because when I first saw the emails with the contact, I was like, Famous Face, but that sounds like a name. That sounds like a R&B artist, like there's Babyface. You understand? The famous part. So I started doing my little research. So it's a good thing when you have a name that doesn't, it stands out. In other words. So well done with that choice. Now going through the music, I realized that you'll give us bouillon, you'll give us soca, you'll also give reggae and dancehall. So just give me an idea as to what's your main genre, what is your preference of music? Is there a preference in what you do?
Well, for me, like I said, I kind of come up in that era of the dancehall, and even though there was always and even when I was coming up, it was more calypso than soca, because back then the only soca artist, then you could have said, if you want to say soca artist from outer Antigua, you could have said that was King Swallow, right?
Yeah.
And then you had the Mighty Arrow from Montserrat. So those were kind of the only soca. It was more like a calypso vibe when I was growing up. You know what I mean? But I've always from I was just a little kid going to primary school. I just always could. Yeah, I don't know. I suppose I have to give Jah thanks for that. I just have this unique way that I've never written a song in my life. I've never, all them songs you have there for me, none of them, I've never written them down on a paper. They just, I just form them in my head. I create them in my head. So I've been doing that since I was going to primary school, but it was always dance and it was always like calypso. As time progressed, the soca come along, so we jump into the soca. And like you mentioned, the booyah thing, because the booyah thing the booyah thing is just crazy, It's just there's something about booyah music. It just the music, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just it's like it when you hear it, you know what I mean? Because even earlier you were playing some songs there, you know what I mean? Like you say, Signal Band and that, you know what I mean? It's there's just something about it that kind of just draw you to it, like like every time I hear a booyah beat, is like I'm like, boy, I want to put a, I want to put a tune on this here, I want to put a tune on this here, because it's because it's different from what we have in Antigua. Antigua, we have that kind of that iron band kind of thing.
Iron band thing, that
original thing that came from the Big Bad Burning Flames. We kind of in that vibes there. Every island, they have in Grenada, they have their jab. You know what I mean? Every island have their thing, but it started for me. It started with dancehall, like say calypso dancehall, and then now, I pick up. But I wouldn't say I have a favorite genre, but I'm more comfortable if I go into the dancehall. I am that is because I said, like I said, that is what I
started out with.
Yeah, so I'm a lot comfortable than that. I was pretty popular in Antigua. When I moved to England, I think I moved to England when I was about 21 or something like that. So it's many moons ago. So when I came to England, as a matter of fact, the very first time I came to England, it was the same Eddie Mello with Vision Band. I came here on a tour.
Oh wow!
I came here on a tour. We were here for 8 weeks on a tour. I came with Vision Band, and we actually came to do a gig for the great Viv Richards as well. Because this was when Viv Richards was just retired. He was coming to the end of his career. He was retired. He was playing at Glamorgan at the time down in Wales. So we went to Wales, Birmingham, in London. Wow. We went to so many places. We were here for about 8 weeks. You know what I mean? And that was the very first time I came to England. I think that was that could have been 1990.
Wow. Well, you're bringing up some years there, but you don't look old enough to be giving those sort of years,
Yeah. Well, he sound like a little bit like Ninja Dan.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah. Remind us of another artist, a colleague of ours, very well-known artist in St. Lucia as well, called Ninja Dan. Big up yourself, Ninja Dan.
Yeah, man. I have a question for Empress Bam. Yeah. What inspired you to start making music?
Well, I'm a PK. I'm a pastor's kid. I was raised in church.
Oh, welcome to the club. I should call you sister then, Sister Empress Bam.
Yes, I was raised in church. Been singing since I was 12.
Wow.
And if you ask me what my favorite genre is, it would be gospel.
Gospel.
Yes. So I started doing backup vocals for Famus.
Okay.
And then he came with this reggae beat, and I fell in love with it. Okay. So he was trying to put it together, and then I started singing along with him. And then he said, if you come up with the lyrics, then you can sing on the beat. And so I came up with some lyrics, but then, you know, he altered it, switched it around because he's the lyricist. I have no clue. And then, we just went to the studio, did the song. I didn't expect all this, to be fair, when I went to the studio to do the song, to record the song. I didn't expect all the interview and putting it out on YouTube, but here we are.
Well, that's the magical thing about music. You never know how far it will go. Certain things that are done out. And a lot of times you have artists who write a song and they do the song and the song surpassed the expectations because then it was very natural and organic, the process. They never, as opposed to when you go and you say, well, you know what, the competition is coming, I'm trying to focus on winning, and then they overthink it. So this song, well, we said we'd have started with another song, but since we've been speaking to you both, I think it's probably right if we start with that song, and then we will go into the soca after. So folks, check out this song. It's brand new, featuring Empress Bam and Famus Face. Yes? Do y'all want to introduce the song yourself, or should I just play it?
Well, we can we can introduce this, yes. So, ladies and gentlemen, wherever you're at, wherever you're listening, this is a very uplifting, a very positive, a very conscious tune, especially like with everything that's going on around the world right now. We need a vibes like this. So, Empress Bam featuring Famus Face, live and direct here, and Caribbean Celebrity Show. This is More Righteousness. Give a listen.
Famous face. People, let's eradicate all the violence and all the hate. Empress Bam.
We need more righteousness. We need more positiveness. We need more righteousness. We need more positiveness. We need more righteousness. We need more positiveness.
Put it up. Now I know
when it's nice, you have to play it twice. When it's sweet, you have to repeat. Yeah, man.
Now she looks so shy and calm.
Yeah.
And listen to the voice and to watch you. You don't look like the artist I'm hearing there, because I hear a lot of vibes and energy on the track.
Yes, I get that all the time.
Wow. Let's take it again from top.
Return to righteousness. We need more positiveness. Yeah. Return to righteousness. Stop all the hate and all wickedness. Return to righteousness. We need more positiveness. Yeah. Return to righteousness. Stop all the hate and all wickedness. Together we can right the wrong. The hate can win when love is strong. Put down the knife and the gun. Let's show more love. Yeah. Because creation, so we are blessed. Love is the key to righteousness. Say we all are blessed. What we want is to live in peace. Show more love, let the love increase. Almighty Jah, I beg you help us be. Let the violence cease. Return to righteousness. We need more positiveness. Yeah. Return to righteousness. Stop all the hate and all wickedness. Return to righteousness. We need more positiveness.
love spread like butter pan bread. Let the love spread like sheet pan bread. Hate is a bird, it heavy like lead.
We need more righteousness. We need more positiveness. We need more righteousness. We need more positiveness. We need more righteousness.
Yeah, man. Wicked.
Listen.
Let me raise up. I raise up a Jamaican flag because that tune sound like, you know.
Wow. Tell us, I mean, you give us a little tip of the iceberg there, but that track, when you recorded that track, after listening to that track, what was your feelings? Because it's a really positive lyrics, and I like the combination.
Yeah, man.
Voices, you all sound really good together. You know, what's the reaction? What's the vibe? What are you all feeling in regards to that track?
Well, it's to be honest with you, right? And not because she's here sitting right next to me and that, but it's Bam really. She, like she said, she get hooked on the rhythm, and then she went to work one day, and she, you know, because I said to her, look, you know, I'm not gonna hold your hand in this year. You like the rhythm, come up with a concept, and if anything, I'll help you along the way. And then she went to work, and then she came back home, and she's there, and she's kind of miserable. And I said, what's wrong? And I said, did you lay out the song? And she's like, oh, like that. And she had a pad, and every line she wrote on the pad, she scratched it out, right? So I said to her, okay, relax. Give me a line. And then she gave me one line. And then when she was kind of like singing the line to me, she was a little bit timid, someone a little bit scared. And I'm like, no, man, just open up, sing. Like if you did church, sing like you did at church. So she got the first line. And then she said, well, and as soon as she gave me her first line, I said, well, okay, this is your next line. This is your next line. This is your next line. And then she dropped me maybe the fifth bar or the sixth bar. She says, okay, I think. And I'm like, okay, yeah. And then I kind of saying to her, look, okay, you got the voice. So you need to put something there with it. You know what I mean? You know, I can't do that. I wish I could.
Wow.
But I said, look, you need to do all of that to it. And then once we do that, you know, we quickly just recorded it on our phone, and we're like, yeah, we're doing this. You know what I mean? So it's she really kind of bring it to life to me. Federation family, they send the rhythm to me, but like she said, she fell in love with it, so I kind of encourage her. You know what I mean? And I'm glad she came and said she loved the rhythm and she wanted to do something on it, because like she says, she's a PK, you know what I mean, and she's in her church and everything, so I didn't want to kind of pull her away from that. But when she wanted to do it, I gave her the encouragement, gave her the strength. We laid down the track, and I'll tell you one quick thing. When we went to the studio, right, the studio that I used, the guy is a good production man. So what he likes to do, he likes to maybe make you do like, so he makes you do the chorus, and then he makes you do it over again, and then, you know what I mean? But when we went in there, as soon as Bam took the mic, her lyrics that she sing there, she did all of that one take.
One go.
Right?
Wow.
And then the guy says, okay, you know, this is good. Let me do it again. And the truth is, for love nor money, she could not sing that song again. So what you're listening there was just one take. One take. So she done brilliant there. And like I said, she harmonized the song and she bring real vibes to it. And then as you can see with my thing, like I said, that is where I grew up. That is where I'm more comfortable with the dance song. You know, I could just spit lyrics on that for the rest of the evening. You understand? Because that is where I'm comfortable. But it's really Bam. She bring a sweetness to it. You know what I mean? She bring a sweetness to it, and I'm not being biased or anything. But it's just sometimes, like I said, I'm a DJ. So sometimes I will put my beats on, listen to it in my headphones, and I'm like, wow. You know what I mean? Wow. So I urge the people, all your listeners, right now, all who's watching, all who's listening, I urge them, please. It's up on YouTube right now. Go there, like it, subscribe to it, share it. let me get it out there to the world because it's a positive message in there. You know what I mean? Real positive message.
Yes, man. We need more music like that, more righteousness. Now, can I share a secret with you guys?
Yes, go on.
You know who produced that rhythm?
Well, it must be you guys because it's Bums Up, ain't it? Bums Up. Yeah,
well,
listen.
Up.
Yeah.
I want to do some more work with you guys.
That's not a problem. Yeah, that's not a problem.
You're onto something, especially together. Yeah.
That's not a problem. We will love it. I'll just take this moment. I'm sure Bam can tell you herself, but I'll take this moment to say, like I said, this rhythm, you guys done a fantastic job, and this is a real bim bam. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. This is a real bim bam. You guys done a fantastic job on this rhythm. I'm telling you, when Future first gave it to me, he gave it to me last year I think it was last year in the summer.
Yeah.
And I went to Orlando for one of my nephew wedding, and one of my brother was with me as well. And my brother, he likes to write songs and all that kind of stuff. You know, it's like his poetry, we get it from our mom. You know, our mom was very good with poetry. So we were in Florida together, and I said, yo, bro, Future just tell me this rhythm now. And straight away, he was the one that came with that, you know what I mean? We need more righteousness. But then I just changed everything else that he was kind of put on there. But he was the one that first started in it, you know what I mean? So as soon as he heard the rhythm as well, he was ready to go. I mean, he was saying, well, I want to do this, and wherever, you know what I mean? But the rhythm, hey guys, big up yourselves, man, you know what I mean? Full credit. This rhythm it's a bad rhythm, you understand? It's a bad rhythm. You know what I mean? Yeah, and sometimes I'm sure y'all would agree that sometimes when a big song come on a rhythm, a hit song come on a rhythm, most times it would be the rhythm that make the song turn out to be such a hit. You know what I mean? Because you need that flow, you need that vibes. You know what I mean? Lyrics is good, but if you don't have the right kind of rhythm behind you, sometimes your lyrics is not going to make no sense. So, you know, kudos to you guys. Salute. Rhythm back.
Bless up. Yeah. We have more music to pick on from you all as well. But Mr. X, we always like to put our guests to the test. Well, we will not put that challenge to Empress. We will, we'll put the challenge. So, Mr. X,
don't judge a book by its cover.
You're very true, but he said she did that after one take, and she the second time she couldn't. So I don't want to put her on the spot. I know she was a little nervous.
Yeah,
so man. We're going to ask. What we normally do is anytime we have artists, we always ask them, because it's one thing to sound good on a record, but live. So we always put our guests to the test, and we ask them for a little freestyle or a cappella or a little something on the spot. Yeah. So, without further ado, let's see what you're gonna drop for us. Anything.
So you just want me to drop a cappella?
Anything.
Yeah,
anything, on the spot, live on that. This is a world exclusive. Yeah.
Okay. I'll tell you what I'll do, right? I'll drop your a cappella. So this is the idea I have in my head here right now. So this is exclusive. This is brand new. Honestly, this is I literally just start to form this in my head, and this is gonna be. I want this to be, and like I said, that booyah beat. I'm so in love with that booyah beat. So this is something I'm looking to put on a booyah beat, right? Here we go. Some man love to give bun, but they cannot take bun. No. Some man love to give horn, but they cannot take horn. No. Well, if you live in a glass house, don't throw stones. And if you're not from Italy, bruv, don't start home. Well, if you hurt she go hurt your back. They calling that tit for tat. Some of this and some of that.
Okay. Now, listen, if anybody try to take that or thief that, we hear the source original here. So it means that you have to be fast on putting that out, because there are some people that are really, really fast, and a lot of the times we hear songs and then the artists that are out there already in the circuit and on the mainstream, they're looking for little ideas to just gravitate and to grab. But if any artist, if I hear that anywhere else, yeah, we lawyer you up. We bring in the lawyers to support you because you give it their first, and we're looking forward to that one.
Well, I tell you what, with in regard to what you just did say, maybe somebody might want to pirate it or something. Real Vibe Studio, big up Real Vibe Studio in Antigua. 3-pack is Dominican, but he lives in Antigua. Been living there for quite a long time. So Real Vibe Studio, big him up because he's knocking out some wicked beats as well. So Real Vibe Studio already have this here. He's already halfway in building the rhythm.
All right. Okay. Well, we like to hear that.
Yes.
And when that track finish, you have to come here and bust it live.
Of course. Yeah, without a doubt, no doubt.
Now, folks, let's take in more of his music. You heard a reggae track combination. Now we're giving you the man Famous Face. This one, I love this one as well. Check out this one, folks.
Bring paint, bring powder, and bring water. Watch how we go fetch up in ya. Watch how we go fetch up in ya. Every day we fetching up. Every day we fetching up. Every day we fetching up. And we do not give up. Every day we fetching up. Every day we fetching up. Every day we fetching up. And we do not be fetching up. Up and up. Up and up and up. Be fetching up. Up and up. Up and up and up. Be fetching up. Up and up. Up and up and up. Be fetching up. Up and up. Up and up and up. No Viagra but we fetch hard. Call the lieutenant, call the sarge. How we fetch, we bound to get charged. Hope nobody reaching the door.
Hold on. You don't have that skip flow like that? Well, hold on. I said Empress acting calm and cool and collective. When I hear singing and thing like that, I say, yeah. But yourself, you tell me dance all and thing, and I hear the reggae, and this is the tune already, but when I really study the flow, I say, hold on. No. I suspect, you guys, you're how they call it, a dark horse. You're the artist to look out for, because yeah, man, them tunes you'll have there, it's just promotions, It's just promotions. Yes, the material just have to hit there, right?
Yes.
Yeah, man. That tune there. Nah, man, listen to that flow, man.
We don't care what nobody think when we fast. We creating we own bacchanal, and we mashing up the festival. Bring ice and bring more alcohol. Every day we fetching up. Every day we fetching up. Every day we fetching up, and we do not give up. Every day we fetching up. Every day we fetching up. Every day we fetching up, and we do not be fetching up. Up and up, up and up and up, be fetching up. Up and up, up and up and up, be fetching up. Up and up, up and up and up, be fetching up. Up and up, up and up and up. Behavior stink like garbage bin. When we set is plenty sin, that means we behaving worse. Like we up your up and we curse. Maybe we need to join church, sanctify and get a convert. Love that we behaving bad.
Yo, you spent some time in Grenada too, because you have a jab vibe, you have a spice vibe there too,
Yeah, man.
No. I suspect if you ever decide you don't want to be an artist, you could be a ghostwriter as well, because you have a lot of lyrics and vibes, man. You have a lot of vibes. Almost each track I hear is a different flow, a sick flow. Yeah, man.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. Respect. But like I said to you, I all these songs here, I just make them. They just all of them. I just create them in my head. They're not written down anywhere. They just make them in my head. That's how I make. I just create them in my head.
Folks, you have to check out these tracks. After the live, we will post the way you could check out the song, you could find the music. But we have to support great artists. We have to get behind them and give them the support, because the vibes, man, it's on par. Let's take it another one again. Let's take it another one, folks.
A famous face, Feds boss, a rat me come rat. Cut them off. All the fake friends, them cut them off. Cut them off. If them hypocritical, cut them off. Cut them off. All the fake friends, them cut them off. Cut them off, cut them off, cut them off. If them hypocritical, cut them off. Me not mad out, me not done south, but me have some blood clot friends me have a cut out. Them too bad mind, them too evil, and that's why me stop just rascal people. Me not mad out, me not done south, but me have some blood clot friends me have a cut out. Them too bad mind, them too evil, and that's why me stop just rascal people. Them want to see you fall down hard. They love when you ball oh lord. And a poker, but them a job bad card. Never real to the thing, them a genuine fraud. Put up your shield, walk with your guard. Never invite them round at your yard. Them eyes get red when you think get loud. So them sit down and a pray for you reach to the mark. Me not mad out, me not done south, but me have some blood clot friends me have a cut out. Them too bad mind, them too evil, and that's why me stop just rascal people. Me not mad out, me not done south, but me have some blood clot friends me have a cut out. Bad mind, them too evil.
Yeah. When we listen to the lyrics on that tune, one name comes to mind, you know. Like Bounty would say, cross, angry, miserable. Look like somebody get a cross.
Yes, man.
Yeah, tell us that song. Tell us about that song. Yeah, because I suspect somebody really get you angry with that one there. Somebody. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you're absolutely correct. You know, you're on point there. I had this. I don't even want to talk about him like he's dead, because I'm saying I have to send. But yeah. One brethren, made him for years. You know, roll and tumble right here together in Leicester, and the way how he just like hypocritically go against me, and he's saying that we are friends for life, we're body for life, and the way how he went against me is like he let me create this song here. He let me create this song here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And there's a line in there. I think the second verse, they must say, look at it. I think the second verse start and he says something like, say them are your brethren, but them still a look good girl. So it's like some so-called friend.
Yeah.
Them a try to look my Empress. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you would have get cross, right?
Yeah,
X would have get miserable.
Yeah, angry.
You know what I mean?
How you mean?
Because
there's certain lines you cannot cross. You understand?
That is one area you cannot go. If you and a man is breaking
violation.
Yeah, you cannot look on the man, woman, and try to get the man. That is just wrong on every level. So that bring out that whole, you hear that blood clot and rust. You understand? So that's why he's saying, cut them off. Just cut them off.
Cut them off. Yeah, man. I mean, it's a reality, you know. Sometimes they tell you the enemy is right there among you. They say keep your enemies close, you know, because sometimes, you know, the people that you trust and they see you winning and they see what you have and they're envious because you're blessed. When you have blessings, you know, some of us may not have certain things in life, but we bless. And blessing is something that will see you through when everything else fail and everything else finish or fall, you know what I mean? So I feel you on that tune, man. I listen to myself, boy, nah. You singing that with conviction. That's not just lyrics that come from, you know, the ancestors. That is a personal experience. I had to ask the question, and I feel you on that.
Voice, you know? You can hear the emotion in my voice, you know what I mean?
Cut them off. When you see them doing that, it's just cut them off. And it's good that the Father revealed that to you. Yeah, it's good that you had the discernment to see the snake in the grass, you understand? So, man. Yes, man, I like it. And let's take in one more track. I think Mr. X is just shortly changing over his phone, so he should be back with us, or he's on a call. So let's take in another one of your songs again.
Team sessions.
Mr. All I want is plenty.
Ting-a-ling, ting-a-ling. The Iron Man a ring. The Iron Man a ring. Ting-a-ling, ting-a-ling. No vitamin C, no vitamin D. All she wants is plenty iron. Plenty iron. plenty iron. No vitamin C, no vitamin D, all she wants is plenty iron. Plenty iron. Plenty iron.
Me no want no soft iron.
You go get some hard iron.
Me no want no weak iron.
You go get some strong iron.
Hold on. So that's Empress in the back up there?
Yes.
You're a great team, man. Great team.
She exercising.
I love tea cake.
Girl, that's a mistake.
Now all I want is plenty iron.
Bend your back. Do some squats. She tell me flat. Me not do
Tell us about that song now.
Well, again, this rhythm, I received this rhythm from Federation. Big up Future Kid. I received this rhythm from Federation, and immediately I said to him, look, yeah, I'm definitely on this. And again, I took Bam with me in the studio. So most times I go to the studio, she's giving me like a strength with the backing up and everything. And then I realized, well, okay, this is how I'm going with the song. And she can actually speak some more there. And I was telling Future a couple of days ago, I was talking to Future and I was saying to him, look, you know what? I'm going to re-release this tune here.
Okay.
And I'm going to put it just like this song that me and Bam done, More Righteousness. So it's going to be Famous Face featuring Empress Band. Empress Band. Because I'm sure you'll admit that she has a big input on this track as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
She has a big input on this track as well. You know,
your styles complement each other. You know, I'm telling you that from a production aspect. I listen to the tracks, and they make me want to sit down and build something for you all in specific. Just because I feel in the energy, I feel in the vibe. So I know we'll be doing some work together. It's not.
Yes, definitely. Look forward to that.
Yeah. Mr. X, what questions you have for them as well?
I see the Empress is quiet, you know. Yeah.
I'm not a talker at all.
The Empress
people want to hear some more of you. Should we put her to the test? Because we've put Famous Face to the test, so I think it's only fair to put her to the test too.
Yeah, man. We have to put it to the test as well. Like I tell you.
It doesn't matter if it's a gospel or
I better go get a buckle rub. I better go get a buckle rub or something then.
Oh Lord. Yes, this is your opportunity to give us exclusive. Like we're there with you in studio, or when you're in your creative process. So just give us a little of that rich vocals, that rich voice of yours. Give us a little sample.
Okay. What we want is to live in peace. Show more love, let the love increase. Almighty Jah, I beg you help us, please. Let the violence cease. We need more righteousness. We need more positiveness. There you go.
Yeah, man. Exclusive. Yes.
Yeah. No. Sorry, guys. That was too easy, man. Right? She got to give you an acapella and something fresh. This one is already out there. Put her back on the spot. Make sure give us something. Make sure give us something fresh.
I second that.
Yeah.
The world is watching. The world is watching.
Don't have anything fresh.
Even if it's a gospel or something a cappella, you give us.
Yes, give us something different. Anything. Give us anything. Give us something.
Anything.
Yeah, anything.
Okay. Give me you. Everything else can wait. Give me you. I hope I'm not too late. Lord, give me you. Lord, give me you. Lord, give me you. Lord, give me you.
Wow.
Yeah.
Listen, that melody, I want Famous Face, record that as a voice note and send that to me.
Yes, sir.
After the live?
Yes.
Please. I'm going to take that voice note and build something in that and send back to you, and you will just the melody, the same melody you did there.
Yes.
Yeah. All right.
Yes,
let's see what
definitely.
happens. Let's see.
Make sure you give me that. Make sure you give me a links as well so that I could send it to you.
Yeah, definitely. We'll all exchange links. So you see the magic of how. Go ahead, Mr. X. Go ahead.
I have a question for I will not call him Famous Face. He's a veteran. I'll call him Mr. Famous.
Thank you, sir.
Respect.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Mr. Famous. What has been the most challenging part of your musical journey so far?
The most challenging part, to be honest, is getting it to reach the massive. You know, I'll admit I'll get excited. I'll bust a tune. Like I said, there's so much songs up in my head, you know. Yeah. And I'll go to the studio, I'll bust a tune because I have there's so much more tunes that I have now that, you know, that obviously you guys probably don't even have, you know, but there's so much more songs that I've recorded. But each time I get an excitement, bust a tune, drop it a road. I think it's a good tune, but then it's like I put it out on YouTube, and then I'm not getting the likes or the movements on it that I want.
What you're looking for?
Yeah,
right.
I'm saying, well, what am I doing wrong? I'm reaching out to this, I'm reaching out to that. I'm really trying hard to get it out there to the masses because you know, I'm sure you guys will admit that the songs they have potential. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They have potential, and
definitely.
You know, it's sometimes you look and you see, you know, not to be disrespectful to no other artists, but sometimes you see some artists. It doesn't matter, reggae artists, you know, Afrobeat artists, whoever. Sometimes you see they have some songs out there. Because, like I said, I'm a DJ, so I'm keeping it real. And you think it is now how come this here got like, you know me, 80-something thousand views? Come on, seriously? Because there's nothing there. If you're honest, there's nothing really there. Yeah. So it's like sometimes that is where I feel like I'm lacking. It's like I need more help in terms of like the production to get the music out there. You know what I mean? I always hit a block, you know, like I just run into this wall every time when I'm trying to get the music to elevate. You know what I mean? Right. I wanted to go to that next level. I mean, I know for the first time I have music, and so Fetting Up, which you played there earlier, and there's the next one I have. I don't know if Future did send that one for you, Wifey Material, right? And those two songs, they're on Spotify right now, and they're not doing bad. And for me, trust me, I sat in my bed one time when Spotify sent me something and tell me, look, you know, look on your numbers and whatever, and I look on it, and Fetting Up as well. I think you had like over 100 people streaming it, and I know it's only 100 people, but just imagine where I'm coming from. Just imagine where I'm coming from to see one of my songs on Spotify and people literally streaming it. Man, it brings tears in my eyes. I swear to God, it did. Wow. You know what I mean? It brought tears to my eyes. You know what I mean? Because it's like I'm thinking, you know what I mean? But you know, again, I would like to see thousands of people streaming.
Reach that audience, reaching a wider audience.
Yeah.
You know, so what I would say in regards to that, a lot of it is consistency in terms of not just consistently putting on music, but consistently posting and sharing, because it's something that is, when people discover your music, if they like it, they will share it as well. True. So, you know, and it's just like, look at it that way, like, you know how gossip spreads. When one person passes on a message to somebody, the other person passes it on to somebody, and at some point in time, that message might even change. And then when you hear down the line, it wasn't the intent of the original message, but it spread all over the place. So you have to be creative in that. You know, if all the different platforms they have now, we cannot just focus on one, like just YouTube. You have to, even on Facebook, and I try to get all your social media and stuff like that, so we could help promote your stuff as well. But don't feel discouraged. There's an artist that I spoke to, and he's in a very popular group, and he was saying to me, like, you know, numbers and views does not impress him. That's not his aim. And again, we'll say that sometimes somebody has And in this day and era, it's sad to say, but a lot of people fake their views. A lot of people pay for fake views and streams. And sometimes you find there are artists that have tens of thousands and even hundreds of thousands of views, but they have no following. Nobody doesn't stream their music or buy their music. They don't have any true fans or people that would support them. So whilst it is something that you want, but it's a lot of work because these things are designed, those platforms are designed not just to promote, it suppresses your content in terms of if it will, for example, you post a song today and it will look to see how many likes it's gotten within the first 24 hours, how many shares. So sometimes if you're releasing a song, if you have maybe 10 friends, 10 family members, and ask them to just reshare it and ask them to ask 10 more people to reshare it in the first 24 hours, that will make a big difference in when the algorithm goes through your stuff. It says, okay, I better promote that because I see people from different parts of the world have viewed it or liked it. Even if it's 100 or 200 views that it gets within the first 24 hours, the algorithm will help promote it. But there's a lot of, I'm still learning about these things. There's a lot of things that artists are fighting against. And the thing about it is the artists that are faking the views, the algorithm, when it notices within the first 24 hours of video, that person get 15, 20,000 views. They'll think it's popular and the algorithm is pushing that and you fighting against that, not knowing that, well, that's what's going on. And even those platforms will ask you to pay to promote, like Google or YouTube. All of them have the pay service, even Facebook. So you find as an artist, you're up against all these things. It doesn't mean that your music is not as good, but you're fighting against all these different competitive elements in who sees your music. Even on Facebook, when you post something, like I'll post something, and then my wife will say to me, I don't see your post. And imagine she's supposed to be in my family group and stuff, but other people might see posts I put before her just because maybe they engage my post maybe even more than she does. So all those little things you have to think of. You have to be creative in how even the hours, the time that you post your music on, like all those little factors, affect. They say it's best to release music on a Friday or a Sunday on YouTube. So all those little things that if you're not aware, and again, but we'll talk off air. So I'll try to share some of the experience. And again, we will try to support as best as we can, but don't be discouraging in any way in terms of, because sometimes we'll post a video and that video will get tens of thousands of views, and then we'll post another one that we think that's a hit, and then you'll see 1,000, 2,000 views. So we know that sometimes you have to do the homework, keep posting. And what I would encourage you to do is do little, I'm not sure if you're on TikTok or other platforms, but do little videos of yourself listening to your music.
Yes.
Or a little clip of you singing it in the background or something. Encourage your friends to do that. That's where you will know who are your true supporters. We send songs to people and they say, yeah, it's nice, I really like it, So you say to them, well, yeah, post it on your wall for me just for one day,
Yes.
And then, so just sort of things. So, I encourage you to don't be discouraged. Try to, do, it will pay off over time where you won't have to do as much, but, it's important to do that now. But we really want to get behind you and support and push your music. So definitely we have to exchange contacts with Mr. X and myself. Mr. X does do these little videos, these little skits and stuff like that as well. So I'm sure we'll be more than happy to do that. So let us know how we can get in contact with you. How can the public reach you? How can they find you on social media?
Well, I'm on all the platforms. Yeah, I'm on Facebook. It's just basically Famous Face, Gully for Life on Facebook. It's the same thing on Instagram as well. TikTok is Famous Face. And YouTube, you just go in, punch in Famous Face, and but remember, Famous is spelled FAMUS.
MUS. Okay.
You know?
And do you all have management, or do you all have anybody that's responsible in terms of if anybody want to book you all, or what is the the criteria? Do we, if we want to work with you all, do we have to talk to somebody else, or what is the if somebody wants to reach out to you all, what's the process?
No. It's just straight to us, It's just basically straight to us. There's no middleman really, no managers, nothing like that yet,
Okay. And what's the goal? What's the aim? What's the goal for the two of you?
You want to say what's your goal since you're the rookie?
The goal is to spread our music to the entire world.
Okay.
That's our goal. As you said, most of the time it's not about the likes or the views, but it's getting the message out there, spreading the love. It's just getting it out there to the world. You can dance to it. They can have a positive vibes to it because we do different genres of music. So it's just getting it out there to the world, spreading the love, spreading the joy.
Okay. So, well, if you're asking for that, that means you have a lot of homework to do as well. You have to be constant. I'm going to start following your page, and I'll know for sure if you're posting your stuff, because it's one thing for us to do it, but you have to be doing it as well for yourself as well.
Yes. Like I said, for me personally, though, I've been doing this for so long, but the late Ricardo Jume, so rest in peace. He always was telling me, Face, you're bad. I remember one time I did a song. Back a few years back, I did a song called "Jumping Like Say Gotta Come," and he was just absolutely fascinated with this song, right? And he was saying, I remember me and him end up at a radio station, Observer Radio. I went in and did an interview, and then he came right after me to do his interview. And then he was saying, look, who write that song for you? Who write that song for you? You know what I mean? You got a ghostwriter. And I said, listen, man, I don't write no songs. It just come in my head and me just make it, and that's it. You know what I mean? And he was fascinated with the song. And he was always saying, look, Face, you got to take this thing serious. You got to get your music up on Spotify and iTunes and wherever he was saying that. And then this was just before his death. Me and him was supposed to do a show in New York. But at the last minute, the promoter changed his mind and wasn't going to have the show again. So I spoke with you. This was just really into this was maybe a couple of months before his death. And I spoke with him and I said, look, the promoter messed us about there. And he says, yes. And he says he was going over to Europe. And I said to him, look, well, if you're going to Europe, man, you're right in my backyard, so why don't you bring me over and give me a little feature on your thing, because sometimes as artists, that is what we need. We need a little jog along like that sometimes, And then he was just saying to me, listen, Face, I'm willing to do anything with you, but first, you got to do what I tell you to do. Put this music up and take the music serious. So may soul rest in peace. I started doing that now. So like I said, now there's 2 songs on Spotify. So I'm turning the wheel. I'm turning the wheel slowly but surely. I'm turning the wheel.
Okay. So folks, we really want to encourage you to check out the music, check out their vibe, and support them. It's very important in this stage of their career. We always say it's important where artists need to feel that the music is not falling on deaf ears, because they need the support, and we want to see how we could help spreading the word and pushing the message out, and we know from the sounds of it that you guys have a lot to offer. You have a lot more that we should expect, and we want to see that. So is there maybe possibly more singles down the line, or more album or something? What can we expect?
Well, for me, I'll say there's a reggae rhythm I have right now that I have a song lined up on a reggae rhythm, Real Vibe Studio again, real nice rhythm. An Empress, she kind of warming up to that as well. She hear me with it, doing my thing, and she's saying, look. So I says to her, look, I'm really gonna kind of back off now. give me let me see what you can come up with. I'm not gonna like More Righteousness where I'm doing all of the telling you what to write, telling you what to write. Let me start. But again, she's kind of in that shell where she's like,
develop it.
Can't find it yet, you know what I mean? So, but that's a nice
Okay.
rhythm that maybe she could get on, you know what I mean? So hopefully we can sit down maybe in the next few days and vibes it again. And then if she can give me a real good start, then I will definitely farm the chorus. But I don't think we will combine on that. I think I'll allow her to feature herself. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Let's see eat up the whole rhythm, and then it's more than likely in future that we will definitely do more songs together. You know what I mean? And for me personally as well, I because you're asking about LP and everything. Like I said, I got so much songs out there. So what I want to do, I kind of maybe just want to do like a little, like maybe even like an EP, maybe featuring like maybe 6, 7 songs, 8 songs. I don't know, because I want to put all of that together. So again, maybe I need a team with me, somebody like you're saying, maybe a manager, somebody that can handle my media thing and all that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? So I'm working. I'm working. Ideas a day. I'm working. You know what I mean? I'm working. And the truth is, it's not easy, especially when you don't have like the backative, like sponsors and all that kind of stuff. So when you're doing it out in your own pocket and everything, you know what I mean?
It is tough. It's tough.
It's like you're riding up a hill on a fixed bike. You guys must know what a fixed bike is, right? You know what I mean? It's proper difficult. You know what I mean?
True.
But like I said, man, I keep going. You know what I mean? I persevere.
That is it. Mr. X, you have any final words of advice for them or anything you want to say to them?
What message do you have for the young artists as a veteran in the game? What message do you have for the younger artist that is just coming up in the music industry?
Well, my advice to any artist, young or even old, any artist is once you really have that passion for the music, any genre of music, whatever music you're doing, once you have, you need to have and I'm sure you guys would agree with me as well, because you guys must have been on music for ages as well. So with music, you have to have a passion for it. You understand? You can't you can't come into it and kind of thinking, boy, because you see this making money and that making money, and feel like, well, okay, you want it to be a quick fix to make money, like just to make money. You have to have that passion and that drive and that dedication. And for me, if you carry them 3 things there with the music, once you're persistent and putting out good music, that money that you was even thinking about, or if you're thinking about making money out of it, I think all of that will come along. You have to have that passion, the drive, and the dedication. You just, I believe that's the only advice I could give to any artist. Just stay humble as well. You know what I mean? Stay grounded, stay humble. Don't get because you might make a song and then, like I said, them views, you might even end up and get 1 million views and maybe get 1 or 2 little tour here, one day or whatever. And then maybe you might get carried away with that and lose focus with the hype. You lose focus with the hype. You have to remain grounded. You know what I mean? You have to remain just level-headed and very grounded. You know what I mean? And whether you get great success or you're not getting the success that you want immediately, just remain grounded all the way along. And like I said, put the dedication and the passion into it, and things will definitely happen.
True. And any final words you want to put out, Empress Bam, to your friends, followers, fans, and family? Anything you want to put out there? Now is the time.
Yes, More Righteousness is now on YouTube. Like, share, subscribe, spread the love.
It's going to be on Spotify from Friday.
Okay. So
people could stream it on Friday. It's More Righteousness. It will be on Spotify from Friday. Yes. And to everybody that has given us a strength so far since we release it up on YouTube and everything. we just want to say bim bam to everybody that, you know, that has, you know, family, friends, you know, strangers, everybody that give us a like. And to be honest, you know, even like my WhatsApp, I send it to everybody in my WhatsApp. And to be honest, it's like, there's so much positive, you know, feedback that I get, you know what I mean? A lot of positive feedback. I mean, to be honest, it's the Empress that is getting some. I'm getting jealous now because it's, you know, everybody like one of my aunts in America, she called me and she says, nephew, that girl can sing, is who that?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm like, but auntie, me pandemic too, me can sing too. You know what I mean? But no, the feedback has been very positive. And like I said, this song here, in all honesty, man, once again, Bomb Drop Studio, big up your damn self. Yeah. The rhythm is what is pulling the song. So I know me and Empress is on there, but I know other artists is on there as well. So any artist that is on this rhythm here, you guys make, whichever artist is on this rhythm, you guys are going to bring out the best in every single artist that is featuring on your rhythm. This is a mad rhythm. But for me and Empress Bam, this song here is pure. And I'm sure you guys will agree. You know what I'm saying? This song is pure. We need more righteousness. We need more positiveness. With everything that's going on in the Middle East, everything, as you can see in America now, there's so much, you know, upheaval and everything. We need more peace. We need more harmony. We need some more love. We need more righteousness. You know what I'm saying? We need some more righteousness. We need more righteousness because, like you said, if you put that belief in God as well, you know what I mean, and a flow and Bam, because like you guys are PK, PK kids. So y'all will agree with me that, you know, if you put God in the thing, man, you can't.
Man. I mean, I always stay prayed up.
You know what I'm saying?
See, the Bible don't stay far from me. Always stay prayed up.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. More righteousness, you know, more righteousness, more positiveness, more righteousness, more positiveness to the world. Everybody should endorse this tune. Everybody should get behind this tune here because the message in it is just pure. It's just absolutely pure.
I want to ask you one more thing.
Yeah.
That phrase, bim bam.
Bim bam. See, that's my
your catchphrase.
That it is my catchphrase, but it not only I got t-shirts and everything with it. You know, it's my thing. It's my brand.
Promote your thing, my brother. Where can we get the bim bam t-shirts?
Yeah, bim bam t-shirts. Bim bam t-shirts. They're right here, man. We got them right here. We got black, white, and yellow.
So if we want to order one, where can we go to find one?
Boy, you see now that's it. You would probably just have to DM me directly. You understand? You know, because again, that's what I'm saying. I need that.
I tell you what,
I need that promotion.
After the live, we'll talk. We'll get your because we do merchandise as well. We'll get your brand and put a page for you on our website so people could link you directly to order your stuff and get your music.
Bim Bam, So Bim Bam, so and people, everybody they ask me all the time, what does Bim Bam mean? Bim Bam can mean whatever you want it to mean.
Yeah.
But I always say to people, try and keep it positive. But you can use Bim Bam for anything. So if you're cursing and you just want to say, look, you know what? Just leave me alone. I'm Bim Bam too. You know, you can use it that way, but I would encourage to use it positive. So when if you see me on the street and you're like, good morning, I'm like, bim bam. So that's my good morning to you.
Yeah.
That's my bim, you know what I mean? So like if you
I'm feeling it.
Yeah. So everything. And
everything is sealed. Everything is sealed. Bim bam.
Everything bim bam. Everything bim bam. Everything bim bam. Everything bim bam. Yeah.
Mr. X, I know you have one more question. Waiting to hear that one question. I know you have one more question for them before we wrap up.
Yes.
One more question for Empress.
Any one of them. I know you have one final question. Bim bam.
Okay. If you collab with any artist, dead or alive, who would it be?
I didn't hear that.
If you could collab with any artist, living or dead, who would it be?
I love Alain. It would be Alain.
Alain. And Famous Face. And Famous Face. If you could collab with any artist, dead or alive.
Either or. I love Italian.
Italian.
Okay.
All right. And Famous Face, who would it be? Any artist that you could collab with, dead or alive?
2 artists I'd love to do a collab with. I'd love to do one with them, honestly. Bunji Garlin and Skinny Famus.
Skinny Fabulous.
And Bunji Garlin.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
Because Bunji Garlin, nobody can flow like Bunji Garlin, right?
Lyrics.
But nobody can. And I'm a lyricist. You see, I love lyrics.
Yeah.
I know music nowadays is not, it's just about a sweet hook and you're gone. But I like content. I give me something. You get me? Give me something. Let me hear what you're talking about. Let me understand what you're talking about. I just don't want to and that's it. And that's all you have. You know what I mean? Next thing you know, your heart is jumping out your chest. You know what I mean? Give me some content. Your hook might be sweet, but give me some lyrics behind. And Bunji Garlin, especially Bunji Garlin. When you listen to Bunji Garlin, man, it's like and I'll even add a third one as well, right? Vibes Cartel.
Okay.
But I'd love look, but
now,
guys,
I'm gonna say something to you.
I know you probably have to wrap up now, right? But real story, right? Because I just mentioned Vibes Cartel. So real story, and Empress can back me up on this. So just before Cartel came out of prison, right? Mm-hmm. Maybe a year before Cartel came out of prison, I have this song. What's the song called? Bumper.
Okay.
The song called Bumper, that bumper, right? And there's a lyrics in there saying that bumper is holy grail. It got free Cartel from jail, right? And then, la and behold, what happened? Cartel come a road.
Yeah.
Right. The guy that put my music together and put them on YouTube and everything, Gil, big him up. Right. I straight away when they was start going on about Cartel coming out of prison, I said to Gil, listen, Gil, put something for me real quick, like a video with this Cartel coming out of jail and everything.
Yeah.
At the time Gil bring the thing, man, Cartel done start to tour the world. By the time seriously, right?
Wow.
Honestly, and even have a line in there about Trump as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That Trump make Trump confess and admit he paid for sex. You know what I mean? The tune no serious. The tune is there.
Is it online?
It is. It's right there.
It's on YouTube.
It's on YouTube. Yeah, Bumper.
Right.
Yeah.
Bumper. Yeah. All right, we'll have to check it out.
Yeah, Bumper. Honestly, that I think I kind of missed something there with the whole Cartel thing. But again, Cartel, he is a lyricist as well. So I'd love to do a collab. If I could, I'd love to do a collab with him, Bunji Garlin, and Skinny Fabulous.
Well, I would say all these artists that you mentioned are great artists in there, right? But you also are great artists. And I encourage you there's nothing these artists are doing that is impossible for you to achieve. So I encourage you, since that's artists you want to collaborate, I see you get into that level. So artists now will say, well, I want to collaborate with Famous Face. And I want to collaborate.
Respect. I appreciate that strength. I really appreciate that strength. That's a big, see, that's a real bim bam there. That's what a bim bam is all about.
Yeah.
That's a real bim bam. I appreciate
it. By the time he said, he mentioned Bunji Garlin and Skinny Fabulous, that is who I see. That is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you said that from earlier. You mentioned Ninja Dan, and then he might not know Ninja Dan, but I see the exact, we see the potential. Nothing happens before it's time. The Father is the greatest of all, he's the creator of all things, and everything is in his control. And things don't happen by accident, I don't think. Because, true story, when I did that reading, I started looking at that reading with one artist in mind, and another artist said to me, my daughter is getting married, and I want to do a song on that rhythm. And that's what prompted me to put the rhythm out, rather than making it exclusive. And then I send it to Future, I send it to different people and stuff. And them artists that I've heard on the rhythm at the time, I said, okay, that's my favorite song, or that's I preference. That's my preference. Now, you know, like I said, it's almost a year or so since I've been done. And when I hear your track, it hit me like fresh. I'm listening to the song again. I'm like, you know what? I have to really get behind that song and push that song because, you know, this has come as a bomb from nowhere. You understand? That's the real bomb that dropped now. That's the bomb drop. So I say, you know what happened? Yeah. So I'm really thankful for y'all, and I look forward. I'm hoping that, you know, things can manifest, that we could work together and create some more music.
We definitely love that. And once again, you know, I've said it to you before, and because you're giving us a strength, saying when you hear the tune, like you're saying, yeah, this is fire, this is bomb. But boss, once again, big up yourself, because you bring out that quality in us with that rhythm there. I'm telling you. You know what I mean? I strongly believe that. I believe that when you compose a big tune and a rhythm, the rhythm is what will lead you to create that content.
True.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So you take a lot of the praise for yourself as well. The rhythm is bad. You know, there's nobody that hear that rhythm is saying, no, none of that vibes here. Everybody loves the rhythm. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everybody, the rhythm is bad. The rhythm is bad.
As a producer, your goal or your aim, well, my aim is to make music that the right artist will hate and gravitate to it and complete it in making it a song, because it's just a rhythm, but when the lyrics and the melody and the vocals and the message come on it, and in fact, especially in this case, with what you'll have done, you know, it gives me a fresh feeling, like, you know, like it was just like yesterday that was laid down. So, you know, I'm excited about it, and you will see for yourself that, you know, I'm a man of my word. You will see that, you will see some you know, follow up and stuff. So,
we appreciate it. Honestly, we really appreciate it. You know what I mean?
And folks, we want to thank you so much for joining us. And, you know, the live, we'll be airing this live again every day for the week for the next 6 or 7 days. So a lot of people are going to actually get to see it. Sometimes the live, because of the different time zones, people may not many people may watch now, but we know the numbers that we achieve over 28-day spans. We know it's in the tens of thousands. So, you know, we know that a lot of people are going to hear your messages and, you know, will gravitate and follow through. So we give thanks again, folks. Don't forget to join us again next Sunday, Caribbean Celebrity Show. We have a lot more new programming coming, to look out for that. And again, it's my pleasure to have met our guest tonight, Famous Face and Empress Bam. Boom Bam. So Bim Bam, I remix it to Boom Bam. Bim Bam. Boom Bam.
Once again, X and Flow, we appreciate it, you know, much appreciated, and we thanks for having us on, and once again, thanks for giving us that privilege to get on your rhythm and everything. And before I come off your ear, I have to give Federation family, Future Kid,
big up Federation. Big up Federation.
Massive bim bam to Future. And because he's been there in the background, he's been helping me as well, trying to get this music across to the people. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like I said, if it wasn't for him, then I wouldn't have got your rhythm. So Future, anywhere you be, big up your damn self.
Big up yourself, man. Big up. Yes, man. So folks, we're gonna end the live. Please don't go anywhere. Famous Face and Empress Bam, we want to make sure that we get your contact details directly. So folks, join us again next Sunday on the Caribbean Celebrity Show, and look out for more programming during the week. We want to thank you. Stay blessed, you know, and we need more righteousness. So we'll take a little bit more of that tune as we say, you know, as we say good night. Bless up. One love.
Bimba.
Famous Face.